Let's begin in Egypt, where the country has ordered a review of airport security. This is in the wake of the Russian plane crash late October, where 224 people died. The crash in the Sinai Peninsula hit Egypt's tourism sector hard, with some airlines suspending flights to Sharm al-Sheikh. The security review, to be done by global consultancy Control Risks, aims to help restore confidence and revive tourism, which is a key foreign currency earner for cash-strapped Egypt. The London-based consultancy will begin with assessments of security at Cairo and Sharm al-Sheikh, which receive high numbers of foreign travelers, but would also review security at other Egyptian airports. Speaking at a press conference, the country's tourism minister, however, said that the audit did not mean there are doubts over Egypt's airport security.
Type of audits is not something special for Egypt. And we have a lot of audits that happens all over the world in some international airports. We'd like to know, and they'd like to be sure that the standards of safety levels at that airports is within the international standards. So we are going on with the same process here in Egypt.
So that is the reason the level of threat, security level in the world, and has nothing to do directly with what happened in Egypt recently of the Metrojet crash. We are keen in the Ministry of Tourism to cooperate with all the government departments, and particularly the Ministry of Aviation, to ensure the continuation of the flow of traffic into Egypt. And that necessitates to observe that changes that is happening in the world. And the Paris incident is quite a significant spot that necessitates us here to even review additional steps to ensure that our tourism sector continues to be healthy and move on the right tracks.
Right now, for more on this story, let's now cross over live to Adel Mahroui, who joins us from Cairo. Adel, what more can you tell us exactly about what this audit will entail?
Well, the audit is going to start with two main airports, as you said, Cairo and Sharm el-Sheikh, which witnessed the highest traffics in Egypt. But basically what will happen is just a basic review of what is the level of security measures taken in the Egyptian airports, particularly after the government has heightened these measures after the plane crash. Mainly, it will try to investigate any loopholes, any malfunctions or malprocedures taken by Egyptian security forces. But most importantly, it will be focusing on what equipments and technology that needs to be installed in these airports to make it up to standard, or to make it as to have the same technology that many countries have in their airports to guarantee the security and safety of the passengers, and at the same time accommodate high trafficking numbers without causing any delay or any long queues entering and exiting the airport itself. They will start with two main airports. Hurghada Airport should follow next. It's one of the busiest airports, and Hurghada has been one of the destinations that has been affected deeply by the airplane crash, the Metrojet airplane crash late in October.
And Adel, what exactly should we expect at the end of this audit, and is it likely that the security situation at airports will improve?
It is very likely that the security situation in Egypt will improve. We've already seen a significant difference just visually, seeing that security troops are on high alert. The measures have been stepped up. The process through which passengers are searched and frisked entering have been quite significant. So there is definitely a lot of aspects to improve in Egyptian security forces at the airports itself. So there is a very big expectations. That's why the government is investing a very big budget, millions of dollars in these audits, and getting the company that has been announced to the Control Risks to monitor and take lead in this procedure itself. Right afterwards, what Egypt expects is that international community, particularly these countries who have prohibited and put travel warnings to Egypt for their citizens, to be confident that the airport security have been up to standards, and lift these warning or travel travel warnings for their citizens, and therefore lead to a strong return for tourists back to the country, which is, as we all know, it's a very vital industry for Egypt and one of the main resources for the country for foreign currency. And basically, without it, Egypt would, the economic situation would tarnish.
All right, Adel, thank you very much for speaking to us. That was CCTV's Adel Mahrouri joining us live from the Egyptian capital, Cairo.